Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at more relationship stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I finally met my online girlfriend after years of talking. It's not going well. Context. A couple years ago, I met a girl through an online circle. We talked frequently and it was always a great time. She's very passionate about a lot of the same things I am and is very career driven, which is something I'm looking for. Early last year, she opened up about having feelings for me, which I was receptive to. We started spending more time online together, and eventually it got to the point where she would be telling her coworkers and family members about her boyfriend. This didn't bother me too much. I'm very interested. But for me, I had to meet her to seal that deal. Fast forward to Christmas, and my gift to her was going to be a trip up to meet her, USA to Canada. Trip was very expensive but worth it. We had talked about me going to meet her a few times, though it was better that way as she has a lot of anxiety, very important for later, and health issues that will make it so much harder for her, especially in this current political climate. Well, that trip happened this weekend. I'm currently typing this out from my hotel room, which I've spent the vast majority of time here alone in. Why is he spending it alone? The main issue, the trip to see her started off how I expected. I don't know this city at all. It's a country I've only been to a few times, and I was nervous myself. Took a 40-minute Uber to my hotel and expected by the time I got there that she would have worked out her nerves and be ready to meet me. Unfortunately, her anxiety was extra bad, and it took her another 2 hours to work up the courage to drive 5 minutes to come see me. This didn't bother me at the time. I knew it'd be rough, and I'm a patient dude for the most part. We met, she was shaking and bawling her eyes out. But overall, it was great. Some hugs and we drove to her place. She lives with her brother, so I was able to meet him and we chilled out for a little while. Her anxiety was still through the roof though, so we didn't actually do much for the next couple of hours. She wanted to drive around and show me some stuff but couldn't. Eventually, she decided I should probably Uber back instead of her driving me. Wait, that is sad. I mean, I do feel like some people genuinely yeah, that's just how they feel about meeting someone new. Like they're just really, really scared, right? So I don't blame her. It's just, yeah, I just feel sad. Next morning, I was up extra early. She usually works nights, so I figured she wouldn't be up for a bit. Not knowing the city, I chose to stay in and wait till she was awake. 4 hours later, she messages me. We talk for a bit and she tells me she's not quite ready to see me as the nerves are still there. That's fine. I found a drugstore in walking distance I can pick up some stuff at and get us some food at a local spot before meeting up. Fast forward about 2 hours later and I finally get back to her place. She doesn't eat anything and tells me her brother, her and myself are going to a get together and hang out with a bunch of their friends. That's cool. I ask her how long we'll be there and she said a few hours. We leave. It's about an hour drive. Every one of her friends were great, super welcoming, and she seemed really happy to introduce me as her boyfriend. Little party lasts a good portion of the night. We don't talk much as I'm usually getting bounded by her friends or she's playing a game or something. It's around 10 when we go to leave. Still plenty of night left, I figured. She turns me up till 3 or 4 in the morning, so I was pretty pumped to get to spend the rest of the night together. However, as we get in the car, she asks her brother if it's cool that she takes me to the hotel before they go home. He says yeah, and I just get to sit in shock the whole way back that she's too drained to spend a couple of hours of quality time with her boyfriend she just met. At this point, it's all starting to catch up to me and I'm feeling pretty bad. Okay, yeah, that's not it. If someone comes to see you in your city and you're introducing them as your boyfriend to everyone, you should treat them as your boyfriend. Like, she's not even trying to talk to him, spend some time with him, even though she's nervous. She's avoiding him because she's nervous. I get that she's anxious, but you can at least try to make your boyfriend feel like he's welcome by you. Not by your friends, but by you. I get back to the hotel room and I'm just confused by this whole trip. I'm alone in a hotel room in a country I don't know with my girlfriend a few minutes away, not knowing what to do. What the hell is going on? I fear messaging her about it is going to make her anxiety worse. But at this point, I don't know what to do. I'm set to meet her mum in the evening for dinner. And at this point, I feel like I've met everyone except for my girlfriend. So I message her that. She's very apologetic, saying her anxiety is through the roof still and she wanted to make this trip worth it for me, but she's just drained. But he's the one who came to travel to you. He's the one who came here to meet you. Drained? Honestly, yo, if I was in this guy's situation and I make the effort to come to meet someone and they're just like, yeah, I'm just drained, so I just can't really see you. But I came to travel to you. She makes an effort to let me know she's still very interested and everything, but she knows if we're alone together that nothing would happen because she's just too nervous. She hasn't been in a relationship in a couple of years, so it's hard for her. I tell her I don't even want to try anything intimate if that was her fear. I've barely hugged her for this trip, and there's a lot more steps in that process before anything like that could happen. I just want to spend some quality time together. She said tomorrow after I meet her mum, there will probably be time. Right, he just wants to get to know her. He just wants to get to chat with her, like see if the vibes are still there. He doesn't want to do anything. If she can't even chat with her boyfriend because of her anxiety, it's probably not the time for her to meet someone. I'm just confused as to why she's like rushing into it though, when she doesn't really have the guts to talk to him face to face. But she's like rushing to tell everyone that she has a boyfriend. All of that said, today's my last day here. I leave early tomorrow morning on a flight. I feel like this whole thing has been a waste and I'm still just confused. I wanted to spend quality time with her, not sit on a hotel room alone for most of my trip. In my mind, she would want to be with me every walking moment of this trip. Our time is so short. We've talked about it for ages like that was going to be the case. I don't know if the relationship can last after this. Yeah, for me, it's a no too. If I go out to meet someone and this is how I'm feeling and this is how they're treating me, I will not go back, and I will also not text them anymore. But there is an update, so let's hope it goes well. Yesterday morning, I woke up, made the original post, and waited nervously for her to wake up. It once again took a couple of hours. A little after noon, she finally messaged me. She said we had dinner in the later afternoon with her mother, and I could Uber over to her place whenever. A few of you suggested I should just call off the dinner plans, but I decided to stick it through. I went to her place shortly after that, and we spent some time watching things. She was having a better day, so we sat close, and while we didn't do anything, brother was in the small house. It was some quality time I had been looking for. Dinner with her mother was great. We connected well, and she seemed to be genuinely excited for me and her daughter. We left with a hug from her mum and went back to her place. It was a lot more of the same thing as before, so while it wasn't alone time with her, it did feel more one-on-one, and we had a good time. Was it exactly what I was expecting on the last day of this trip? Not really, but was it nice? Definitely. It was getting late and I was half expecting her to want me to Uber back, but she drove me back herself. She helped me confirm my packing for the flight early this morning, and we ended with a kiss. We got to texting a bit and we realized she hadn't taken a photo of us for a frame she had bought. I was pretty sad that we hadn't, and a few pictures of us from that weekend didn't really fit the vibe she was going for. I mentioned that I should just Uber back. 10 minutes later, waiting for a response, she tells me to come down. Anxiety be damned, she did drive back just for the photo and another goodbye smooch. So overall, it wasn't the perfect weekend, but I'm gonna stay cautiously optimistic. I think it was a mistake to not make the trip longer, and think that would have helped even more. We'll see how things go when she has decided if she wants to make the solo trip down here for an event closer to the summer. Oh, so it did work out. It did work out unexpectedly. I mean, good. Good that he finally got the quality time that he wanted. And then he got to know her a bit more. That's nice. But I'll just say that this man definitely is very, very forgiving and very, very patient. I feel like, yeah, that is the man for her. In a way, it's so sweet, right? I feel like they might be the right people for each other. Because he can be patient with her anxiety, and she can feel like she can open up with him because he was patient and he waited for her all this time. So I get it. But personally, if it was me, I would feel like they're just not interested in me. If I got there and then they were too scared to meet me, we didn't really talk when we were out together, they kept avoiding me, they were doing other things, and then they'll tell me to just go back to my hotel, I would definitely feel like they're not interested. So yeah. So I am surprised that this guy actually did go through with everything. Like, he sounds like an amazing person. Legit. More amazing than I could be. So yeah, good on him and good on them. I mean, I'm happy that it worked out. At least it's a happy ending. At least it's not sad like the other relationship stories. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!